Yeah. It's holiday season. It's the weekly money watch, man. You already know what it is. We going live. One time. I hope y'all spending time with your family, maybe having something good to eat, relax. We gonna finish out the year strong. Back in the day, Spike Lee made a movie. It was called Do the Right Thing. I thought I'd just say that. I don't even know why. All right, check it out, man. Boss Gang VIP weekly money watch, December 21st, 2025. It's 7:50 on the West Coast, man. I've been enjoying the change in weather. It's been like super cold, right? It's been super cold, but I'm like, you know, in California, it's like typically warm all the time. So, you know, when it's cold, but the sun is still out, I guess that's what they call brisk, like the Lipton iced tea. Yeah, I used to like that. I don't really drink too much of that anymore. I drink Liquid Death. Or just regular tea with no sugar. I try to be a little bit health conscious. That's important, right? No matter how much money we make, if we're not healthy and we're not living a healthy life, then it really doesn't matter, right? But in the meantime, I can't make you do push-ups. I can't make you go for walks, but I can help you out with the stocks. Let's get into it, as we always do. Update on the new money Roth portfolio. I'm actually going to do a full update specifically on this, a couple different strategies we're going to use going into the next season, and there's kind of like explanations for how we're building out the portfolio. We just closed out the last quarter, and we're going into the new year. The first quarter next year, we'll get earnings and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to having a great year. Analyst price targets on the market. We see people saying stuff 7,100. I think I saw somebody on NBC say 8,500 or something like that. Me, I'm saying 9,000 is what my technical numbers are. I'm looking at 9,000, which is a long way away. Obviously, we're not going to go straight to it, but I remember telling people when it was down at 220, I was like, we'll go to 600 in no time before anything happens. So we buy low, sell high. We just want to get the discounts on these stocks, build out positions over time, and we'll just see where this goes. So if you're interested in learning how to build a portfolio the right way, definitely check out the channel. Start from the beginning, and then for this new year, I'm definitely going to be doing like this super update. I'm actually going to be doing it live, so I don't know the day or the time live. It'd probably be maybe like on the 1st. Gotta check my schedule on the 1st, the beginning of the year, to see how that goes. But you know, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, everything's going according to plan. And so, yeah, if you know anybody who's interested in learning how to invest, make sure to send them over to the channel, man, so we can get them started the right way. U.S. economics calendar for the week. Tomorrow, December 22nd, Christmas week. We don't have any events scheduled on Monday. Tuesday, the delayed GDP report, durable goods, industrial production, consumer confidence. Wednesday, initial jobless claims. Market is closed on a Thursday for Christmas, obviously. And then Friday, there are no events scheduled. On Monday, the next Monday, is pending home sales. We will have a shortened trading day, and I'll get into that as far as the almanac goes. So nothing really crazy next week as far as the economics calendar. The week after December, quad witching. The Dow has been up 26 of the last 33 trading sessions with an average gain of 0.8% since 1991. The Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ have been green over 2/3 of the time on this particular trading session. On Tuesday, the 23rd, historically even more bullish, as the Dow has been bullish 71.4% of the time, S&P 66.7, and NASDAQ 57.1. Wednesday, 24th, Christmas Eve, shortened trading day, Santa Claus rally. I guess it was supposed to we talked about it last week. It would begin on Friday. Almanac gave us a good insight last week. So it told us about the down days. We actually did experience those down days on Wednesday, I believe. And then we kind of hit some lows. Some stock hit lows Thursday. A lot of stocks hit lows Wednesday. A lot of small caps. We end up literally gapping up the next day on SPY, and a lot of small caps went crazy. Just a lot of stocks over on the market went crazy. All the sectors pretty much did good these last couple trading sessions. So I believe we're going to get the gap up today. So if you're not already in any of these stocks, it's, going to have to find opportunities to get in, or maybe some pullbacks, or maybe even a little corrective activity on some things that are strong, maybe some gaps where you can get some entries. But Santa Claus rally started last week. Last trading day before Christmas, the NASDAQ has been up 13 of the last 17 trading sessions, and down in 2018 2.2%. This year, historically though, it's bullish, right? So NASDAQ bullish 71.4% of the time, S&P 57.1, and 47.6 for the Dow on Christmas Eve. So Dow not as much as the SPY and NASDAQ, simply because, once things actually get going, people want to buy tech. It is what it is. Christmas Day market close, and then Friday coming back from the Christmas break, it's been historically bullish. I don't know how much volume we'll get, but just overall, probably more buying than not. The Dow has been historically bullish 76.2% of the time, S&P 71.4% of the time, and NASDAQ 66.7% of the time. So if the numbers want to hold up this week, we're in for a super bullish week. So let's go ahead and take a couple stocks that are off a discount. Most of the market is up. So one of the things that's the most difficult, I was explaining this to people, is that I typically try to trade the best stocks and look for the best stocks, right? So I don't know how many stocks are in the market. Maybe say 3,500, it changes. So let's just say I have, for example, 3,000 stocks. If I do 3 stocks every week, it's going to take 30 weeks and I'll have 100 stocks, right? So some stocks are better for trading options, for buying and just long term. That's why you'll see me repeatedly put a stock like Robinhood on a watch list, or a stock. We've been telling people about silver, multiple entries on stocks like ONDS, and tons of different stocks. So we're going to be doing some of the same stuff this week, just taking advantage of some discounts. And you'll see two of the things that we got really beat up last week were Lyft and Uber. So I definitely want to try to take advantage. Even Lyft, off that the down move after last trading session, it made a move down the last trading session. It's been making moves down. A lot of it has to do with autonomous driving vehicles, Waymo. As far as the news go, I just trade the price. It's the price. But as far as catalyst and narrative, they say, something like Waymo or something like that, and all this Uber, driverless, whatever, robo-taxis and whatnot, they're taking share and just all this kind of just different stuff. But to me, it's always just a matter of fundamentals and price action. But right now, we're looking for Lyft, 2-day above 1953. And I mentioned how we do the same stocks multiple times, right? Because if they're strong, they're just strong. It's not a matter of, the stock is up today or the stock is down today or anything like that, right? They're just trading at these levels. And so we just want to buy in at these discount levels, right? So if you buy low, you're happy. If you buy high, you get corrective activity, you're disappointed, right? So people want things to happen fast. Again, this is the month chart right here, just to kind of give some idea of what we're looking at. There was a previous 2-day above 1266, which we got previous entries on. And then as we pushed up, we got the 3-2 month, right? So we got that monthly broad information, and I'll show you how I draw monthly broad informations in real time. So we have this here. Now, my charts are always marked up, and if you know, what I actually do is for these watch lists, I try to kind of simplify this so I don't necessarily have all the broadening formations that I normally have when I trade for myself, but just as far as trying to help people out, right? So I just took this opportunity because I want to show people in real time kind of how we look at these levels, right? So we got that 3-2 price action corrective on the month, and you can see on Friday we kind of pushed up back off the level it's been pushing up off before. It created this gap, and we want to see if it can push back up. Where does it go from here? We shall see. But if we look at that monthly broad information, we got targets up to $30 if it wants to go to the other side of the range, if it wants to go halfway through, and obviously we're going essentially 20 to 25, right? So no matter what, whether we go from 20 to 25 or 20 to 30, there's quite a bit of a room there. Today, let me pull up the day chart. Let me just do it here. Today, above $19.53. And then, if you get entries on the lower time frames, right? So just above that 1942, definitely want to do that. As you can see, the price is showing up after hours, and I'm guessing probably like, I don't know, 90% of the stocks or something, maybe I'm exaggerating it, are probably going to be up overnight, and we know that the historic numbers, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, today on lift above 1953. Uber coming off some discounts, 50% retracement, pretty clean there. So we're within the same quarterly broadening formation, so nothing's changed there. Nothing changed there. We're still in that range. So we hit the lows. April obviously pushed up to that 101.99. That retracement level is at $79.73. If you trade with me, you know that anything below those price levels are simply wicks on the, here we go, just wicks on the higher time frame, right? So I essentially believe that we'll get the push back over that 79.73 potentially this week. Let me actually go down to the week chart, show you what it looks like. So we got that 3-2 on the week. We'll potentially get that if it doesn't gap up again. So it's showing after hours 79.73, 79.77 bid ask. So yeah, we may get a, hold on, let me go. We may get the gap up tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes, but just wanted to see if it opens anywhere around that level, 79.33 is 79.73. So this has a 4-hour entry for Uber. Nice and clean, right? Got that 4-hour hammer. So we're looking at above 79.33. Obviously, we have a gap up. See if you get any corrective activity if we pull anywhere back toward that 79.33 for entry. But looking pretty good over there. Something that actually gapped up, but it's still really low, is BILI gapped up last trading session, held all day. It was up about 30%, so nothing crazy. Right now, it's showing up obviously after hour 24.87 and 24.97 bid ask. So if it gaps up, don't be surprised. But it's got this crazy week here potentially, just to kind of shoot back across within the next couple of days. We'll see how that goes there again. So we zoom out on the chart. We see it's obviously not off the lows, and I want to see if this is the new low before it makes that move up. Kind of got knocked down at these levels, but it's always managed to get back to $30. Worst case scenario, that should be a potential high very soon. So on this one, we're actually looking at a 4-hour entry on a lift as well. Do I not have the notes on here? Do I not have the notes? I have it somewhere. I don't know if I have it. So I'll write it right now. 312. 4-hour above $24.90. So above $24.90. And this is still, making these moves through the broadening formation. I don't see any reason why it won't just ultimately go up if you just, give it time. So we're looking at areas, I don't know, can it get over $70? Is $70 a problem? We'll just have to see. If you know me, I've been doing this, I don't know, we had the public port, we've been doing this for how long now? So I think I'm the best at what I do, so we'll just have to see. And as always, if anybody has questions, thoughts, ideas, make sure to put those down below. wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is, you know. Forget the holiday. It's just, I'm always trying to spread good energy. I think that's what the world needs of, right? Just more good energy, right? That makes me feel better than getting money myself and then helping other people make money, right? Because gas ain't free. It's your man, Boss Gang VIP with the weekly Money Watch, man. If y'all need me, man, y'all know how to get at me. I'm out. Catch up with y'all next week. Peace.